Hey there, true believers. Rain Kisaragi with Let's Unpack Kingdom Death Monster. We're going to unpack this guy, which came in the mail today. It is the Black Knight expansion. This is the first of the second series, Wave 2, I don't know what we're calling it officially, expansions, the Black Knight. So this has been quite a build to this. I'm very excited. So let's go ahead and get this opened. So I know what we did, the last unpack we did was the Gambler's Chest. Please, knife, cooperate a little bit for me. But was the Gambler Chest. I do have more video games that I'm planning to unpack. I know Unicorn Overlord comes out in a bit, so we're gonna do that when it comes out. But we're doing more Kingdom Death. So this came and I'm very excited for it. So excited I almost didn't even do the unpack. I'm so excited. So so those boxes back there, I'm used to doing this. Those boxes that are up there, those are the old expansion boxes. This one is the new one. Already looks super fancy. So let's go ahead and open this up once I figure out how to lift the top of a box. Rain with the box. Boxes are my enemy. It's canon now. Sir. Thank you. Alright, so we have a brick of thingies that we're going to open up first. Now, this, I don't know what we'd call this monster. I think it's not quite a nemesis, because I think you can fight it a couple times, but I don't know all the rules. We're going to find it out together. So we have, there's so many things in this one thing to open. We have the gear grids. The gear grids are the stuff that your characters have and what they can do. Their armor, weapons, and so on. My camera's a fisheye, and I didn't initially plan for it to be that. But sorry about that, everybody. So I don't know. Actually, I do know what these are. These are for the squires for the miniature campaign in here. So this is kind of cool. I'm sure we'll see these gear cards later, so I'm not going to look super hard at those right now. We have terrain. Yes, little terrain thingies. I know there's a lot of terrain in this fight because his whole gimmick is that he throws you into things and you like ping pong around the battlefield. So that's kind of interesting. So let's see. We have the mini campaign record sheet thingy. Yes. So this is it's just a sheet of paper, by the way. Just one sheet of paper, not like the packet you got in the Gambler's Chest. So this is like different age things. So that's cool. Everybody gets their own special age. It's 5 years campaign, so it's very short. 2 new innovations. That's interesting. Well, 1 new innovation. Yeah, this looks interesting. So we're going to see what any of this means later. I don't know what any of that means. And then we have God, this book is so thick. The really pretty Black Knight book. So, yeah. This is, like, really thick for what this is. This is, like, supposed to be a short little thing. Like, one monster in a 5-year campaign thing. But this is, very thick. Just what's inside, to add the events. Oh, what do you have to... Oh, when you're in year 13. Okay, so it's a mid-game monster thing. Okay. Explains the rules of the knockback and all that, because, like I said, he throws you around. Just flip this around. Just the very standard art for the opening part of the event. Nice. We're not going to do like too much of this because I don't want to spoil anything for myself or you. Okay. He is a nemesis. That's fine. So we'll just do some more arts. Just very slowly pan across here so you guys can see it as well. So there you go. Hopefully that was visible. I can't see because it's covering up my test capture thing. The bell rings. I don't know what that is. Darkened Workshop. We're not going to look at that. Death of the Black Knight. That sounds important. Mountain Ascent. I don't know what that is. Oh, here's his Here's his cinematic art thing for his showdown event. Isn't that cool? Hopefully you guys can see this, and I'm not just flashbanging people. Okay. So we're not going to look at anything else in here. Then it's just like, oh, Squire campaign rewards. Oh, there's multiple rewards. That's cool. Different. Okay, so oh wow, this campaign's actually super, super in depth, more than I thought it was going to be. There's like entire events and shit that you got to do. That's dope. That's dope. All right, I'll be looking into that later when I play that campaign myself. What else is in here though? Well, the most important thing, the bag of tiny plastic things. The most important part. Let's just take a look at all these. I'm going to build these on my own, obviously, but I might show these off in a better version of the model thing than what we did with the Gambler chest, because that was very lazy, and I apologize. So this is the Black Knight himself, which is kind of cool. It doesn't look that hard to put together. I know, I look at that and I'm like, that's not that isn't that bad. Anybody who's not done this is like, what are you talking about? And then I guess we have like the squire, like one or two of the squires. Looks like two, or maybe it's just an armor set, because I guess you can get armor from this thing if you're playing it in a non-squire campaign. So we'll see what all that's about. Or you may just play as the squire. You just use the squire miniatures for all of that. This doesn't make any sense to anybody who's watching this unless you play Kingdom Death already, so my bag of tiny bases was going to fall, so that's why we had to move my hand. So none of this makes any sense to any of you, and I apologize about that, but it's just hashtag figure building stuff, you know, as one do. Put those back in the bag to protect them from marshmallow. So we have a little thing of gear cards as well. We're not going to look through all of these. There's like a healthy little brick, but we are going to look at a couple of them. Let's grab... Oh, yes, the Count Truk. Sure. It's not going to focus, are you? You're not going to focus, are you? No? Not even a little? Okay, cool. Shred, you may activate during your act. You may send an attribute token to activate a melee. Oh, okay. So you spend an attribute to get an extra attack. Oh, that's kind of cool. There's the count armor. It looks like is. Oh, then there's the. Oh, never mind. There's a whole bunch of things in here. The Earl Raiment. We'll look at that as well. Again, it's blurry as hell. I can't fix that, unfortunately. I may have to take pictures and give you pictures that are better. When you encourage, roll d10 on a 6+. Oh, okay. Okay, so you can give your survival to other people when you encourage them. That's cool. Survival is a resource in the game. It lets you do special stuff like attack multiple times or help people stand up, which is good, or move twice, or just a bunch of stuff. So that's kind of cool. Then I don't know how to pronounce this word. Marchioness. I don't know this word. I've never seen this word in my life. The abilities Riposte. Okay. When you block or deflect, gain an extra action at the start of your next act. Okay. So you parry and then you can attack again for free. Oh, okay. That's cool. The Black Knight badge, that's what you get for just beating the knight, which is kind of cool. Gain +1 strength token and draw tactics. That's pretty standard for the badge things. Alright, we're going to show this off, because this is pretty funny. Here is the Iron gear card, and here is the Hand gear card. It's a 2-part gear card. That's silly. I like this. Good God, 30 strength? Are you actually kidding me? That's so much. This is such a ridiculous weapon. And it does the don't dead open inside thing too with the text. That's great. I'll take pictures of those side by side and you can just read like correctly across. That's neat. Okay, there's like some pretty cool things here. I don't know what any of this does, obviously. 13 strength sword, though. Deadly 3. That's not bad. Cool. Cool. Gear looks fun. Gear looks pretty solid. I have no context for how easy or hard this is to get, but the gear looks fun. That's about what I can say. Alright, let's open up the next little pack of cards. Just regular-sized cards. Thankfully, these just peel open. There's the Black Knight Cuisine. It's a thing for the Gambler's Chest, or Arc Survivors, which is kind of neat. Gain the Duty-Bound Black Knight Knowledge card. Nominate starter to gain it. Okay, what is Duty-Bound? It pointless. Cool. It does nothing. Hooray. But then the addition, if you are retired, you or cannot depart, you may gain systemic pressure to depart. Okay, so it's sort of like a how can I describe this easily? It's essentially a you're critically wounded and you can't leave, but JK you can kind of deal. That's neat. It's a cool effect. There's a few other effects in the Gambler's Chest that let you do that, so not like, oh, we have a tactics divider now? Hell yeah. So these are the dividers. They divide up the cards in my many trays of cards. We've gotten tactics cards for a couple expansions now, and we've never got a divider. So now I have a divider. That's very cool. Very, very cool. Then the Black Knight gets his little thing. And the Squires get their little thing. That's cool. That's all that was in there. And then we got the another brick of cards. We're like most of the way done now too. We might end up on We might end up on something not so fun at the end because it looks like it's more terrain cards. So we might not do that. Please, are you okay? Knife, where are you? All right. I can't open with the pull tab. I just said the pull tab makes these super easy to open, and I proceed to not be able to use the pull tab. It's just the Let's Player's curse. That's all it is. Alright, now that... Alright. The pull tab's not even... Alright, it's fine. It's fine. Alright, so we have the dishonorable disorder. I couldn't think of the word disorder because I have several. You can't depart unless you're insane. Okay, that's a little annoying, but insanity is a resource in the game. If you have 3, you're considered insane. If you have any less, you're considered not insane. Effects depend on it. There we go. Like this one. Gain +1 speed when you're attacking the monster when it's knocked down or in the blind spot. That's not great. I guess it's the opposite of the honorable disorder. So like, okay. Yes, the my favorite disorder, phobia. It's probably not how it's pronounced, but you're afraid to fall. When you knock back, you take damage. Okay, or brain damage rather. Then we have some fighting arts, such as feral strength. If you're insane, gain +1 strength with a non-finesse weapon. Okay, so you just turn into a brute with a club. Got it. Got some new innovations as well. Innovations are stuff that help out your settlement, gain you abilities and other things, like the Blackguard Code. Interesting. All survivors gain the Oath Survival action, which is once per round. If you do not have a shattered jaw, you can spend 1 survival to recite the forbidden words to a survivor and remove 1 of their tokens. Okay, so you can heal bleed. You can heal bleed with that. That's not bad. That's not bad. Bleed tokens are like your overall health, I guess. Because you have your armor, which gets knocked away whenever you take damage, and then you have bleed, which you take 5 of them and you die. So being able to remove bleed tokens, probably not too bad. Oh, then we have some AI cards. There's a mix of everything here because we don't understand how to break up our cards better. Thanks, Poots. This makes it really easy to unpack these. But we have pattern cards. Pattern cards are stuff that you get for doing things. It's hard to describe exactly how you earn pattern cards. Essentially, if you get a certain resource, a certain special resource, you can get a pattern card. If you do a certain... So I'm sure these are all about, like, beating the knight a certain number of times or something, and these just give you the gear that is on, or give you access to making the gear that's on it. So that's cool. That's fine. So a lot of his gear, it looks like, is all going to be pattern stuff, which is just extra hoops, which is fine. I'm largely okay with extra hoops in boss monsters. Ooh, 2 secret fighting arts. Very cool. Like, hard-headed. Now, the secret fighting arts, you have to do something in an event or in combat or something, and then you earn this on that character, if you have the ability to earn fighting arts. And this one's just reduce all damage to your head to 1, which is, I mean, I'm shrugging, like, but it's not bad. I mean, if you have nothing else, reducing damage to your head, your most sensitive location, isn't bad. Then we have some seed pattern cards. Seed pattern cards are different than pattern cards because these are earned in an event in the Ark Survivors, the Gambler's Chest stuff. An event gives you seed patterns. So these are gear from that event as opposed to the other events. There's a lot of cards, okay? You just have to accept there's a lot of cards. But all of them give you like a big flavor text recipe thing for how to make this thing. It's a lot of flavor. So you need to collect the scabs from a berserker till they, as they pick their skin, which is just flavor text for you have to have someone with berserker. You need a source of heat. The iron and shape rending barbs into the claws with a heavy weapon. So you need a source of heat and a heavy weapon, and then you can make the piercing claws, which is gear. That's cool. There's another one too, but it's kind of the same shtick. We have Squire campaign cards, like Kane's Suspicion. I don't know why he's suspicious, but we have Kane's Suspicion. You expect Yola is hiding a secret. When Yola restores your armor points, gain +1 suspicion. Okay. But, like, why, though? I really like her. I really like her suspicion, though, which is just weird. You suspect Owen is hiding a secret. When Owen dies, gain a suspicion. So you just gain 1. All right, unless Owen can die multiple times. I don't know if he can die multiple times, but I guess you just get the 1. We have tactics cards, which are the ones from earlier, like the Blackguard, like the Blackguard tactics. These are drawn at random if you have a card that says you draw a tactics card. And this one is all survivors have honorable for the duration of the showdown, which means you can't attack the monster if he's knocked down or from behind. In addition to any disorders they may already have, when a survivor attacks a monster from its facing, they gain +1 survival once per round. So it's not bad. You can regenerate some survival to heal some bleed tokens or attack a whole bunch or whatever. That's okay. That's annoying. Honorable is annoying, but it's not like the end-all be-all, I guess. And then we have terrain cards. Terrain cards are stuff that you put onto you draw at the start of the battle, and you add to the battlefield as following their rules. So let's look at the Elastomer statue. It's a lot of text on this card, I promise you. It's mostly just going to explain what this is. It has elastics. They can't voluntarily move into you can't move into this terrain voluntarily. You can be knocked into it, and you collide with it, and then essentially you hit it, and you get pinged 4 squares away in any direction of your choice. So the problem with this, depending on the position of the terrain on the board, you can get pinballed into another one, into another one, into another one, and it's just you just make a just death spiral after a while. And then we have the Vignette Survivor cards. These are the character cards for the squires inside of the campaign. That's all it is. Just tells you their stats, and you can make your survivor sheet based off of the information on this card. So that's cool. These are the characters you play as in the Squire campaign. It's cool. Let's actually dash over to this, the big settlement cards. Well, it feels like cards. I say there are three. There are cards. We have It Rang. Yes. Settlement cards are drawn at the start of the settlement phase, weirdly enough, and then you do events on them, like this one, where a single resounding note tolls over the settlement, followed by a collective gasp. Roll a d10. And then let's just do the best one, 9+ gong. The bell rings backwards. Its keening resonates as the settlement toils under its strange warnings, until finally the survivors depart with a metallic crash. Gain an endeavor, so you can do stuff in town. Departing survivors this lantern year add 1 to all armor locations. That's not bad. Everything else is going to be progressively worse or better, depending on if you roll worse or better. So yeah, that's all right. That's not a terrible event. If that's the best thing, that's not great, but you know. Yeah, so this is just a brick of terrain cards for the showdown board. That's it. I like this one because it has a man on it. All right. So I guess you don't even use your board, you just use these lined up on your board. That's kind of interesting. Ooh, there's 3 men on this one. Ooh. I'm sure all this means something. Maybe those are the statues that were in that one card. That would make sense if those were the statues. Then I saved this one for last because I knew that would be boring. So we're going to look at some more AI and hit location cards, it looks like. If I can open the pull tab, which I can this time. We're going to take a look at this. We have the Monsters AI deck. It's gigantic by the look of it. Oh, that's an armor card. All right, well, this is the Monsters AI deck. It's big. These are all of the Monsters' attacks, actions, and everything that it can do. Let's just grab one at random. Bat away. Sure. Bat away. Closest threat in range. That's pretty standard. 3 speed, kind of fast. 3+ accuracy, not perfect. 3 damage, and you perform smash with the same target. I guess smash is another one of his abilities. Alright, I don't know what smash is. It's not on any of the other cards. We'll find smash somewhere else, I assume. Oh, there it is. Found it. It's in the other cards. Smash. Smash and bounce. Smash is full move the monster to the closest elastomer statue. If the monster is adjacent to the statue, it hoists the target and smashes them into the statue. Place them in front of the monster onto the elastomer statue, and then you perform bounce, the other half of the card. The target bounces off the statue. They suffer knockback 8 away from the terrain according to the bounce directions. So this is where he pings you off things. So he hits you, and then he throws you into things, which is kind of a dick move, but that seems to be the whole thing. We have the Black Knight basic information card. This makes a whole lot of no sense to any of you, but that's fine. It makes sense to me. It's just dictating what level the monster is, what benefits it gets, how many cards it gets, and so on and so on. So what's his instinct? His instinct is there at the bottom, that little paragraph of text, which essentially just tells you if the monster can't hit you, what does he do? Full move toward the closest survivor. If adjacent, they take knockback 4, so he shoves you away. Monster cocks its head upon its next move. Shuffle the AI discard into the AI deck and end his turn. So if he can't hit you, he just walks up, pushes you, and goes, eh. and he gets all of his cards back, which is kind of annoying, but that's not the worst. That's not the worst instinct. Then we have the armor cards. These dictate what bonuses you get from having the entire count set, for instance. And it's two armor to all locations. And when you attack with a melee weapon, if it is not your first attack this round, cancel any wound reactions. Ooh, that's actually kind of snazzy. So if you use your survival to attack again, or your parry thing to attack again afterward, you don't have to suffer any reactions when you hit the monster. That's cool. That's very cool. That's a powerful little thing. Then we have the monster's hit location deck. This is all the spots you can hit the monster. That's why it's called a hit locations. Really. Anyway, let's look at a random card like this one. The Polished Cuirass. Ooh. See, this one's a wound. It would not trigger if you hit him with the count armor on your second attack. It's all tying together coincidentally. On the wound, you full move the monster toward the attacker, and then you do that smash thing. Or if you critically wound it, you ignore that wound thing, and the monster and the White Knight crashes backwards, sending a cloud of choking dust. All survivors on the same citadel tile as the monster are knocked down, which is pretty annoying. On a 5+, the impact dissenters. I don't know what that means. A twisted relic, and you gain an iron. Okay, I mean, gaining an iron's not bad. Knocking all of your friends down because you hit the monster's kind of lame, but I mean, it's not the worst thing that can happen, I guess. But yeah, that was the Black Knight expansion. I didn't go over all the cards because I just generally don't, because this video is long enough already for one monster. But yeah, I'm very excited to start sleeving and playing this, and with it being a small 5-year campaign, you could play it pretty easily. I mean, that's like one round a week for like a month. It's not too bad. So yeah, I'll probably give that a try, and I'll come back at some point later. So I hope you guys had fun with this. The next Unpack's probably going to be Unicorn Overlord in March. I think that game comes out. But we're gonna do that next month. So I hope you guys have fun, and I'll see you next time. Till then, okay? Out.